They knocked on my door again tonight. 3 slow knocks. Same as every year. Only this time, I don't live there anymore. I've been in my new house for 5 years now. Quiet neighborhood, 2 bedrooms, cul-de-sac where everyone waves but minds their own business. I moved out of my old town after Mom passed away. Her house, the one I grew up in, was too full of ghosts. Not real ones, just memories. Every Halloween, I'd hand out candy to the neighborhood kids. The same ones every year. 3 of them, always together. A little girl dressed as a witch. A boy in a cracked skeleton mask. And another, the smallest, wearing a ghost sheet with 2 uneven holes. They never said a word, just stood there waiting, until I dropped candy into each of their buckets. Then they'd turn and walk down the street, slow, in perfect unison, until they disappeared into the dark. It became tradition, until the last year I lived there. The year Mom died. I was packing up the house that Halloween. Boxes everywhere. Furniture half gone. It didn't even feel like home anymore. I wasn't planning to hand out candy. Didn't even buy any. But at exactly 9:15 p.m., 3 knocks. Soft. Slow. On the front door. I froze. I told myself it was kids, last-minute trick-or-treaters. But when I opened the door, no one was there. Just the wind. And 3 small pumpkins lying neatly on the porch steps. 1 for each of them. I never touched them. The next morning, they were gone. I thought about it for years. Sometimes I'd convince myself I imagined it, that I was grieving, seeing things. But tonight they came back, and I'm nowhere near that house anymore. It started a few days ago, October 28th. I found a piece of candy on my doorstep, a small, orange-wrapped caramel, old-fashioned, the kind I used to give out at Mom's place. I figured it was from some local kid. No big deal. But then, the next morning, there were 2 more, right in the same spot, wrapped, untouched. By the 3rd day, there were 3, and on Halloween morning, I found a small pumpkin sitting on my porch, freshly carved, with a crooked, uneven grin. I live 20 miles from that old house. No one knows this story but me. Still, I tried to laugh it off. Told myself maybe it was a prank, neighbors being festive. Until tonight. It's 9:15 p.m. again. I know because I was on my couch, scrolling through my phone, when I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. 3 slow hits. Precise. Rhythmic. My stomach turned. Because that's the same pattern from before. The one burned into my memory. I walked to the door. Looked through the peephole. Nothing. But when I turned to walk away, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. A text. Trick or treat. I froze. It wasn't a contact I knew. No name. Just the words. I didn't reply. Then another text came through. You forgot the candy. I dropped the phone. And that's when I heard them. Children's voices. Whispering just outside the door. Soft. Playful. Laughing. My porch light flickered. Something moved past the peephole. A shadow, small and fast. I grabbed my keys. I wasn't sticking around. I threw open the door and saw them. 3 small figures standing perfectly still. The witch, the skeleton, the ghost. The same costumes, but they looked wrong. Faded, dusty, like they'd been buried. The witch's hat was torn. The skeleton mask, cracked, yellowed. The ghost sheet, stained dark around the edges. They didn't speak. They didn't move. They just stood there, holding out their buckets. Empty. I whispered, "What do you want?" The witch lifted her head. Her eyes, completely black. And then I heard it, from behind me, a voice. Small, Familiar. We missed you. I spun around, but there was no one there. When I turned back, the porch was empty. All that remained were 3 small pumpkins, lined up in a neat row. The lights flickered again. The air went cold, like a door had opened somewhere unseen. I slammed the door shut, locked it, pulled the curtains, but I could still hear them outside. Footsteps slowly circling the house. Tiny giggles echoing against the walls. A child's whisper near the window. Trick or treat. My phone buzzed again. Another message. Let us in. I turned it off, threw it across the room. Then silence. Total silence. For a few seconds, I thought maybe it was over, until I looked at the reflection in the window. Behind me, 3 small figures. Inside the house, I ran, down the hallway, into the kitchen, grabbed the biggest knife I could find. The lights dimmed. The air grew thick, like breathing underwater. From the living room came a slow dragging sound, like little feet moving across the floor. And then, a soft voice. You forgot to say thank you. I turned toward the sound, and saw the witch girl standing in the doorway, her skin pale as wax, her eyes like holes burned through paper, and she was smiling. Behind her, the others swayed gently, their heads tilting in perfect unison. They held their buckets out again, empty, waiting. I don't remember what happened next. The power went out. My ears rang. I think I screamed. When I woke up, it was morning. Everything was quiet. No pumpkins, no candy, no footprints. Just one thing left behind on the floor. 3 tiny candy wrappers, old-fashioned caramels, the same kind I used to give them. And now, every year since, no matter where I move, no matter how far I go, at 9:15 p.m. on Halloween night, I hear it again. Knock, knock, knock. 3 slow knocks. And when I check the porch, there's always a small pumpkin waiting, smiling that same crooked grin. They never forget their favorite house, and they never forget who fed them.